Unemployment is often seen as a supply-demand problem. Thus, efforts to tackle it are focused on creating jobs. Unemployment is a complex issue, one that is impacted by different factors, players, and issues. Hence, tackling it requires looking at the problem from a multidimensional lens, going beyond just the demand-supply aspect. Critical questions like, what are the root causes of unemployment? What key structures and beliefs influence the unemployment landscape? Who are the key players and how are they engaging within the environment need to be considered. By doing so, we look at everything as interrelated and interdependent. This is called systems approach. The Royal Government of Bhutan partnered with UNDP in early 2020 to apply systems approach to understand youth unemployment and explore solutions to address the ever-growing issue. Many young Bhutanese struggled to find jobs even before COVID-19. Now, as the pandemic continues, finding employment has become harder. The worsening unemployment situation threatens Bhutan's demographic dividend. More than half of Bhutan's over 700,000 population are 27 years old or younger. The demographic dividend is projected to bulge in the next 10 years before starting to shrink by 2040. The demographic and economic shifts prompt questions on how Bhutan's economy and society may develop in the 21st century and what the future of work would look like. Against this backdrop, the systems mapping began with the study of existing data around youth unemployment and engagement with diverse stakeholders to generate new insights. A wide range of stakeholders were consulted using participatory approaches and tools, such as iceberg, ethnographic research, STEEP, visioning, and collective intelligence. This led to the creation of a systems map guided by 5 contextual domains of economy, geography and environment, regional and global forces, institutions and history, and culture and norms. 9 direct domains of individual, job market, home and community, learning and skills, policy and regulations, technology, physical conditions, services and demography were also identified. Contextual domains influence the entire employment system, while direct domains influence employment outcomes. Several pain points which directly influence job creation and employment opportunities were identified. Under the home and community domain, the pain points were high preference for public sector jobs, stigma around blue-collar work, unpaid care work, family instability, and high parental and societal influences on jobs and career decisions. Pain points under the learning and skills domain were absence of soft skills, weak feedback from labor market demand to education and training systems, lack of data on skills needs and job demand, and limited skills transfer from on-the-job training, internships, and inter-firm learning. In the policy and regulation domain, absence of long-term economic vision, siloed approach in implementation, short-termism in policy making, mindset of state as the sole provider were some pain points. Physical conditions such as unbalanced regional development have limited job opportunities, resulting in youth migrating to urban areas. Gaps in infrastructure, technology, and market linkages were few barriers limiting private sector growth, dominated by cottage and small industries. In the service domain, weak information flow among different players hindered timely availability of information about opportunities. Under technology domain, some of the pain points were high rates of informality, limited uptake of digital technologies in the construction sector, weak adoption of mechanization in agriculture, weak internet connectivity, export concentration of low-value products further impacted by the pandemic has limited expansion of the job market. Under the demographic domain, failure to retain young talents who are unable to find meaningful jobs, resulting in brain drain, is a major pain point identified. Within the job market domain, key bottlenecks in job creation and employment were attributed to dominance of state-owned enterprises and an underdeveloped private sector, limiting the growth of mid-sized companies that has potential to create more jobs. Based on these findings, a portfolio of solutions to address youth unemployment is being proposed.